Thor is coming back to theaters this fall with Thor Ragnarok. This will be the third installment for the God of Thunder's trilogy of movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Fortunately, I am mighty.
We know from the two teaser trailers that this movie will feature source material from both Thor Ragnarok and the Planet Hulk comics. Let's dig into these trailers to see what else we can figure out based on what we know about the comics. Before we get started, we should warn you that we dig pretty deep here, and there are potential spoilers ahead. Alert! Alert! Also make sure to hit that red button below to subscribe to our channel, Comic Book Resources, for more videos breaking down our favorite movies and comics.
Hail, Hela, goddess of the dead.
The sons of Odin risk much entering my realm.
Hela, the goddess of death. In this opening shot of the first trailer, we find Thor, played by Chris Hemsworth, chained and imprisoned in what looks like hell. In Norse mythology, hell is the name for the underworld where many of the dead spend the afterlife. It is ruled over by the god Hel, or in the Marvel Comics version, Hela, the goddess of death. Hela has broken free from the underworld in order to usher in Ragnarok, the fiery destruction of Asgard. Played by Kate Blanchett, Hela looks amazing here with her black leather and antlers.
Every Asgardian have a silly helmet.
Hela is a master combatant and holds the power of life and death. She wields many magical powers including levitation, astral projection, and illusion. She's an accomplished swordsman and carries the blade Night Sword. We also see the fiery destruction of Asgard take place in her presence, but we suspect that power may come from another villain. More on that later.
It's terribly well balanced. Well, if there's too much weight, you lose power on the swing.
Mjolnir is destroyed. Thor first encounters Hela in New York City while searching for Odin, but this is where we first meet her true power. In this shot, we witness Hela catching and destroying Mjolnir. According to Odin, Mjolnir was forged in the heart of a dying star. In the comics, the inscription on the hammer reads, "Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor." As we know from previous films, nobody, not even the Incredible Hulk, is able to pick up Mjolnir, much less wield it as an effective weapon.
Whosoever be he worthy shall have the power.
Whatever, man, it's a trick.
Well, please be my guest.
It isn't until Avengers Age of Ultron when Vision, to everyone's shock and surprise, is able to hold the hammer as Thor does. But Hela is able to catch the hammer mid-flight and destroy it. By the end of Thor Ragnarok, Thor may have internalized the power of thunder and lightning within himself. This may be due to the loss of the hammer, or it may be that Thor now possesses the Odin Force, passed down to him from his father.
You're my son. I wanted only to protect you from the truth.
Odin and Loki. At the end of Thor: The Dark World, Loki had ascended to the throne of Asgard disguised as Odin. While Odin's fate remains a mystery, Thor must have figured out Loki's ruse. We learn that Thor and Loki are back in New York searching for Odin during this end credits scene in Doctor Strange.
We're looking for my father.
Oh, okay. So if you found Odin, you'd all return to Asgard promptly.
Oh yes, promptly.
We know Odin, played by Sir Anthony Hopkins, is in New York based on this photo taken from the set. It looks as though Loki has banished Odin to Midgard. Odin may be living out his days in New York as a crazed homeless person. Loki joins Thor in searching for Odin. When Thor's captured and forced to fight in the coliseum on Sakaar, we see Loki sitting next to the Grandmaster as a spectator to the games. It's unclear why Loki's there, but we later find Loki chained up and requiring a rescue by Thor. They join forces to take down some bad guys. Eventually, we see them facing off against Hela, the goddess of death herself, on the Bifrost. This is where we see Thor using the power of the Odin Force. If Thor is using the Odin Force, does this mean that Odin has died and has passed his power down to Thor? Tell us what you think in the comments.
This is the Grandmaster, my brother, always the show-off.
Your brother?
The Grandmaster and I are both elders of the universe.
The Grandmaster and Sakaar. A wormhole empties out at the end of the universe onto the planet Sakaar. The Red King rules over this planet. In Thor Ragnarok, it appears the Red King and the Grandmaster are consolidated into one character, played by Jeff Goldblum. The Grandmaster is one of the ageless elders of the universe. He's a brother of the Collector from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I present to you Tanalir Tivan, the Collector.
The Collector, played by Benicio del Toro, is obsessed with collecting the Infinity Gems. The Elders are known for their obsessions, while the Collector is known for, well, collecting things. His brother, the Grandmaster, is known for being a master of games and strategy, skill and chance. The Grandmaster is a cosmic game player, preferring to pit two opposite teams against each other. This is where we find him on Sakaar, overseeing the gladiatorial games in the Coliseum. Valkyrie brings Thor to the Grandmaster as a contestant to fight in his games.
The remnants of these systems systems were forged into concentrated ingots. Infinity Stone.
The Infinity Gems. The Infinity Gems are the stones that will be used by Thanos in Avengers Infinity War to power his gauntlet and give him godlike abilities. We know where 5 of the 6 gems are located. The last gem will almost certainly make an appearance in Thor Ragnarok. Let's do a quick rundown of where the other gems are located. The Tesseract was originally guarded by Odin, but went missing on Earth thousands of years ago. The Tesseract, or Space Stone, allows its user the power over space, like creating portals from one part of the cosmos to another. It was found by Hydra during World War II in Captain America: The First Avenger, and was later used by Loki to open a portal for his invasion of Earth in the Avengers. When last seen, Thor had returned the Tesseract back to Odin's vault in Asgard. The Ether, or the Reality Stone, appeared in Thor: The Dark World. The Ether was used by the dark elf Malekith in an attempt to snuff out the light of the universe and return it to darkness. He was stopped in his first attempt by Thor's grandfather, Bor. When he returned for the convergence thousands of years later, he was stopped by Thor.
The Mind Stone. It's one of the 6 Infinity Stones, the greatest power in the universe, unparalleled in its destructive capability.
More Infinity Gems. The Asgardians decided it was a bad idea to store 2 Infinity Stones in such close proximity, so they donated the Ether to the Collector. This doesn't seem like a very good idea, considering once the Collector has 1 Infinity Stone, he'll definitely want to collect more. The Orb, or the Power Stone, was seen in Guardians of the Galaxy. Over the course of the movie, the Guardians learn the true nature of the gem. They accidentally blow up the Collector's lab with it, keep it out of the power-hungry hands of Ronan the Accuser, and leave it in the safeguarding of the Nova Corps on the planet Xandar. The Mind Stone debuted back in the Avengers. It was used to power Loki's scepter and allowed him to brainwash and mind control anyone he chose. Later, in Avengers Age of Ultron, after a heated discussion between the Avengers, the Mind Stone was used to create the superhero Vision. The Mind Stone is currently embedded in Vision's forehead.
Best not to walk the streets wearing an Infinity Stone.
A what?
Even more Infinity Gems. The Time Stone appears in Doctor Strange as part of an artifact called the Eye of Agamotto. For centuries, the Sorcerer Supreme had protected Earth. One of the first of their order, Agamotto, placed the Emerald Time Stone within this amulet. Doctor Strange uses the Eye of Agamotto to defeat Dormammu, an extra-dimensional demon, and broker a deal to prevent it from conquering our dimension.
Dormammu? I come to bargain.
The Time Stone is currently stored safely in the vault of the Sorcerer Supreme. This leaves only one stone left unturned, the Soul Gem. There are a few possibilities where it might be in Thor Ragnarok. The first possibility is that the Soul Gem is contained within the hammer Mjolnir, and that Hela requires it when she destroys the hammer. The second possibility is that Hela already has the Soul Stone. She is the Keeper of Souls after all. The third possibility is that Heimdall has the Soul Stone. The Soul Gem allows him to see all the souls of the universe and gives his eyes that unnatural orange glow. Does it look like that orange glow has disappeared in the trailer? Where do you think that last Infinity Stone is? Let us know in the comments.
Valkyries, your seats in Valhalla are promised. Protect Odin!
Valkyrie. When Thor lands in Sakaar, he's captured by Valkyrie and brought before the Grandmaster. Valkyrie is played by Tessa Thompson. Valkyrie was chosen by Odin to lead a group of warrior goddesses called the Valkyrior. These goddesses appeared over the battlefields of mortal worshippers and chose which of the fallen are worthy of being taken to Valhalla, the land of the honored dead. So if you're paying attention, there's Valhalla, where the honored dead go, and Hell, where everybody else gets sent to after they die. In this beautiful shot, we see Valkyrie leading the Valkyrior in an assault against Hel and the goddess of death.
The Valkyries and I have been fighting to hold them back.
Perhaps Valkyrie and Hela are having a dispute over which souls belong to who. Is this flashback for Valkyrie or a potential opening to the movie? This scene must take place before we find Valkyrie working as a mercenary on Sakaar. Later, she teams up with Thor to fight Hela in Asgard. Has Valkyrie placed herself in some sort of self-imposed exile because of her defeat to Hela? Let us know what you think in the comments.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Thanos and the Infinity War. Thor Ragnarok is Marvel's last chance to set up Avengers Infinity War before it's set to release in May 2018. In the comics, Thanos collects the 6 Infinity Stones and creates the Infinity Gauntlet. He uses the power of this gauntlet to destroy entire stars and wipes out half of all sentient life in the universe.
If I can't hit you with the hammer, then I'll hit the hammer with you!
He does this to win the heart of Lady Death. A popular fan theory is that Hela, the goddess of death, will take place of Lady Death in Infinity War. Cate Blanchett hasn't been confirmed for Infinity War yet, but this is a secret Marvel will keep close to their vest. What do you think? Is Thor Ragnarok being used as a vehicle to introduce her character and set up Infinity War? We're anxious to hear your thoughts in the comments. Hela will be joined by her henchman, Scourge the Executioner, played by Karl Urban. He's a longtime antagonist of Thor in the comics. In the comics, Scourge turns on Hela when she has gone too far. He dies in a heroic last stand defending the bridge from Hela's army of the undead.
Come, Hulk. There are many arenas for glorious battle in Asgard. We shall lay claim to who is the strongest once and for all.
The Incredible Hulk. Last but certainly not least, we know Thor Ragnarok is going to give us a big green dose of Incredible Hulk. As we said earlier, this film is going to combine the Thor Ragnarok and Planet Hulk comics into one movie. First, we find Hulk on Sakaar when Thor enters the coliseum for gladiatorial combat. To Thor's gleeful surprise, and ours, the reigning champion of the arena is the Incredible Hulk.
Hulk strongest!
We learn that the Hulk has been in control since leaving Earth in a Quinjet at the end of Avengers: Age of Ultron. During the intervening 2 years, the Hulk has learned how to talk. When Bruce Banner returns, he has no knowledge of where he is or what has happened. We also get to see Hulk fight off a giant wolf, Fenris, and, oh, what the hella is this? It looks awesome! This must be Surtur, king of the fire demons. If Hela is responsible for summoning Ragnarok, then Surtur is Ragnarok. Surtur is most likely responsible for the flames that we see completely engulf Asgard. What do you think? Does Hela summon Surtur to destroy Asgard? Who will win in the fight between the Hulk and Surtur?
I will beat you, so you may return to the Avengers.
That was our crazy first look into Thor Ragnarok. It looks like it's going to be an awesome film with plenty of drama, laughs, and lots of action. Are you pumped to see Thor Ragnarok from what you've seen so far? Because we sure are. Did we miss anything or leave anything out? Be sure to tell us in the comments what we missed and we'll try to include it in our next video. What did we get right and where did we go wrong? Let us know as always. Thanks for watching.